take a deep breath right now. Feel that? That simple act of breathing, it's a miracle that most of us completely ignore. Every day your heart beats 100,000 times without you even thinking about it. Your cells regenerate by the millions every second. And yet, here you are, worried about whether you're good enough, whether you have what it takes, whether you'll ever reach your dreams. I'm about to share something with you that's going to change everything. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right here, in this moment. You see, there's a reason why you were drawn to this message today. Think about it. Out of all the videos you could be watching right now, something pulled you here. That's not random. That's not coincidence. That's your soul crying out for what it already knows is true. You felt it your whole life, haven't you? That gentle whisper telling you there's more to life than what you see. That nagging feeling that you're meant for something bigger. Every time you look at your life and feel that emptiness, that's not depression. That's not anxiety. That's your spirit trying to wake you up to your true power. Most people will live their entire lives never understanding what I'm about to tell you. They'll wake up every morning, follow their routines, chase their goals, and still feel empty inside. But you're different. I can feel it. You're ready to understand the truth that's been hidden from you your entire life. A truth so simple, yet so powerful. It's going to leave you wondering how you never saw it before. Let me take you back to where my journey began. 5 years ago, I was exactly where you might be right now. I had everything society told me would make me happy. The career, the relationship, the house, the car. I was doing everything right, checking all the boxes that should have led to fulfillment. But every morning, I'd wake up feeling like something was missing. Have you ever felt that way? Like you're living someone else's life? I remember sitting in my office one day, staring at my computer screen, feeling completely numb. Outside my window, people were rushing back and forth, all of them looking just as lost as I felt. We were all playing this game, pretending we knew what we were doing, pretending we were happy. But deep down, we were all searching for something more. My relationships were falling apart. I couldn't connect with anyone because I wasn't connected to myself. My health was declining because I was living in my head instead of my heart. I was chasing success, but losing my soul in the process. The worst part? I couldn't even explain what was wrong. On paper, my life looked perfect, but inside I was screaming. I tried everything society tells you to do when you're feeling lost. I went to therapy, read self-help books, tried meditation apps, joined gym classes, went on vacations. But nothing worked because I was looking for answers in all the wrong places. I was trying to fix something that wasn't broken. I was trying to fix myself when what I really needed was to remember who I truly was. The breaking point came when I couldn't even recognize myself in the mirror anymore. Not physically, I looked the same. But when I looked into my own eyes, I saw a stranger looking back at me. Have you ever had that moment? When you catch your reflection and wonder how you got so disconnected from yourself? But then something happened that changed everything. It wasn't a dramatic event or a near-death experience. It was actually a very quiet moment, but it shook me to my core. I was sitting alone one evening, watching the sunset, when suddenly everything went still. Not just around me, but inside me. In that stillness, I heard something I'd never heard before, the voice of my own soul. This voice didn't speak in words. It spoke in feelings, in knowing. And what it told me was so simple, yet it changed my entire understanding of life. It showed me that everything I'd been chasing, success, recognition, approval, love, was already inside me. I'd been running around the world looking for what I already had. Think about this for a moment. Have you ever lost something, searched the entire house for it, only to find it was in your pocket the whole time? That's exactly what we're all doing with happiness, with purpose, with meaning. We're searching everywhere else, when it's been within us all along. The awakening wasn't just about realizing this truth. It was about feeling it in every cell of my body. It was like finally waking up from a dream where I'd been playing a character, only to remember who I really was. And here's the most amazing part. This awakening is available to everyone. It's not reserved for special people or spiritual masters. It's your birthright. In that moment of clarity, I understood why nothing in my life had felt quite right. I'd been living from the outside in, when life is meant to be lived from the inside out. I'd been trying to find my worth in achievements, when my worth was inherent in my existence. I'd been seeking validation from others, when the only validation I needed was from my own soul. This revelation showed me that everything in our world is backward. We're taught to seek happiness in things that can never truly satisfy us. We're told to find purpose in what we do, when our purpose is embedded in who we are. We're conditioned to believe that spiritual awakening is some complex, mysterious process, when it's actually the simplest, most natural thing in the world. The truth hit me like a wave of pure light. We are spiritual beings having a human experience, not human beings trying to become spiritual. This understanding didn't just change my perspective, it transformed my entire reality. Colors became brighter, connections became deeper, and most importantly, that constant feeling of something missing completely disappeared. What I realized in that moment wasn't just about my personal journey. It was a universal truth that applies to every single person on this planet. We're all walking around with this incredible power inside us, this unlimited potential, this direct connection to the source of all creation. But we've been taught to look for it everywhere except where it actually is, within ourselves. Think about a lamp that's been unplugged, desperately trying to shine by catching reflections from other lights. That's what most of us are doing, trying to borrow light from external sources when we have the ability to generate our own light. All we need to do is plug back into our source, our true nature, our spiritual essence. When this truth really sinks in, everything changes. You no longer need to chase success. Success chases you. You no longer need to search for purpose. Your purpose finds you. You no longer need to worry about the future, because you understand that you are the creator of your reality, not just a participant in it. But here's what makes this awakening so powerful. It's not about adding anything to who you are. It's about removing the layers of conditioning that have hidden your true nature. It's about peeling away the false beliefs, the limiting stories, and the societal programming that have kept you disconnected from your innate power. The most beautiful part is that once you experience this awakening, you can't go back to sleep. Just like you can't unknow that the earth is round or that water is wet, you can't unknow the truth of who you really are. This awareness becomes the foundation of everything in your life. How you think, how you feel, how you interact with others, how you make decisions. And that's just the beginning. Because once you understand this truth, once you really feel it in your bones, everything else starts falling into place. Your relationships improve because you're no longer seeking from others what you can give yourself. Your work becomes more fulfilling because you're operating from a place of purpose rather than obligation. Your health transforms because you're finally living in alignment with your true nature. Look at a tree for a moment. Notice how it doesn't struggle to grow. It simply grows. It doesn't question whether its leaves are green enough or if its branches are reaching in the right direction. It follows the natural law of growth, responding to sunlight, drawing nutrients from the soil, and flowing with the seasons. This same law governs everything in the universe, including you. Every morning, the sun rises without doubt. Every spring, flowers bloom without worry. Every time you plant a seed in fertile soil, it grows without questioning its purpose. This is the universal law of life. Everything in nature moves towards growth, expansion, and expression of its full potential. And you, as part of nature, are no different. Think about a child learning to walk. They fall countless times, but they never think, maybe walking isn't for me. They keep getting up, keep trying, because something inside them knows walking is their natural state. This same force exists within you right now. It's the force that keeps pushing you forward, even when your mind is filled with doubt. Your body knows this law intimately. When you cut your finger, you don't have to tell your cells how to heal. They just know. When you eat food, you don't have to instruct your digestive system what to do. It just knows. This same innate wisdom exists in every aspect of your life, but we've been taught to ignore it, to trust outside opinions more than our inner knowing. Nature doesn't rush, yet everything gets accomplished. The ocean doesn't question its waves. The wind doesn't doubt its direction, and the stars don't compete with each other's brightness. They simply are. This is the secret that's been hidden from us, that life isn't meant to be a struggle. It's meant to be a natural unfolding of who we truly are. Every great achievement in human history followed this same law. Edison didn't invent the light bulb by forcing it to work. He aligned himself with the natural laws of electricity. The Wright brothers didn't defy gravity. They worked in harmony with the principles of aerodynamics. Your success, your happiness, your fulfillment, they all come from aligning with, not fighting against, these universal laws. But if this is all so natural, why does it feel so hard? Why do we struggle? The answer lies in what I call the great blockage, the invisible wall we've built between ourselves and our natural state of being. This blockage isn't something we were born with. It's something we learned, something we were taught, something society programmed into us. From our earliest days, we're taught to doubt ourselves. When a child says, "I want to be an astronaut," adults smile and say, "That's nice, but what's your backup plan?" When someone follows their heart, society asks, "But how will you make money?" When we feel drawn to follow our dreams, our minds fill with what-ifs and worst-case scenarios. Fear has become our default setting. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of success, fear of being different, fear of being the same. We're so afraid of getting it wrong that we never allow ourselves to get it right. We're so afraid of making mistakes that we make the biggest mistake of all, not fully living our lives. Society has created a system where we're constantly looking outside ourselves for validation. We check our phones first thing in the morning, seeking likes and comments to feel worthy. We compare our behind the scenes with everyone else's highlight reel. We measure our success by standards that were never ours to begin with. Think about how many times you've stopped yourself from doing something because of what others might think. How many dreams have you put on hold because someone told you they weren't practical? How many times have you dimmed your light because it made others uncomfortable? This is the blockage at work, the invisible barrier between you and your true potential. The media feeds this blockage daily, telling us we're not enough unless we buy this product, follow that trend, or live up to some impossible standard. We're bombarded with messages that keep us in a state of constant dissatisfaction, always seeking, never finding, always chasing, never arriving. But here's the beautiful truth. Removing this blockage isn't about learning something new. It's about unlearning what's false. It's about stripping away the layers of conditioning that have covered your natural state of being. Like cleaning a window that's become dusty over time, allowing the light that was always there to shine through again. The first step is so simple that most people overlook it. Awareness. Just becoming aware that these blockages exist, that they're not natural, that they're learned responses to life. This awareness alone begins to dissolve them. It's like turning on a light in a dark room. The darkness doesn't need to be fought, it simply disappears in the presence of light. The second step is acceptance, not of the limitations, but of where you are right now. Stop fighting against your current situation. Stop resisting what is. This doesn't mean you're giving up or settling. Quite the opposite. When you accept where you are, you free up all the energy that was being used in resistance and can now use it for transformation. Then comes the most powerful step, reconnection with your inner truth. This isn't about repeating positive affirmations or forcing yourself to think different thoughts. It's about quieting the noise of the world enough to hear your own inner wisdom again. It's about trusting that voice inside you that's been trying to guide you all along. Start with small moments of stillness. In these moments, you're not trying to achieve anything or become anything. You're simply allowing yourself to be. Like a lake becoming still, when your mind settles, it naturally reflects truth. You'll start to notice that answers come to you without struggling to find them. Solutions appear without forcing them. This solution isn't complicated, but it requires commitment. Not commitment to changing yourself, but commitment to remembering who you already are. It's like learning to swim. At first, you might thrash around trying to stay afloat, but eventually, you realize that your body naturally knows how to float. You just need to trust and allow. Practice this in everyday moments. When faced with a decision, pause and feel instead of just think. When encountering a challenge, ask yourself what wisdom lies within it, rather than how to get rid of it. When feeling lost, remember that like a GPS recalculating its route, your inner guidance system is always working to bring you back to your true path. The solution isn't found in doing more, achieving more, or becoming more. It's found in being more of who you already are. It's about removing the masks you've worn to fit in, letting go of the stories that limit you, and allowing your authentic self to emerge naturally, like a flower blooming in spring. Let me share with you 3 stories that will show you this isn't just theory. It's a living, breathing reality that's happening right now. First, there's Sarah, a woman who spent 20 years climbing the corporate ladder, always chasing the next promotion, the next pay raise. She had everything society told her would make her happy, yet she felt empty inside. One day, while sitting in her corner office, she finally listened to that inner voice she'd been ignoring. It was telling her to teach, something she'd always loved but dismissed as impractical. Sarah didn't make any sudden moves. She started small, teaching one online class per week. But the joy she felt in those hours was more real than anything she'd experienced in 20 years of corporate success. Within 6 months, her online classes had grown so much that she could see a new path forming. Today, she runs her own education platform, reaching thousands of students. But here's the key. Her success came not from pushing harder, but from finally allowing herself to be who she truly was. Then there's Marcus, a young man who struggled with anxiety his whole life. He tried everything: medication, therapy, self-help books. Nothing seemed to work. But when he learned about reconnecting with his true nature, something shifted. He realized his anxiety wasn't a disorder to be fixed. It was his body's way of telling him he was living out of alignment with his truth. He started spending time in nature, listening to his inner guidance, and gradually, the anxiety began to fade. Today, Marcus helps others understand their own inner guidance system. His story isn't about overcoming anxiety. It's about returning to his natural state of peace. He didn't add anything new to his life. He simply removed what was blocking his inner peace from expressing itself. Consider Maria's story. She was a single mother of 3, working 2 jobs, barely keeping her head above water. Everyone told her she needed to be realistic about her dreams, but something inside her knew there was more. Instead of forcing changes in her external world, she started with her inner world. Every morning, before her kids woke up, she spent 10 minutes in silence, reconnecting with her true self. This small practice led to clarity she'd never experienced before. She realized her passion for cooking, something she did to relax, could become more than just a hobby. Starting with just a food blog, she built a community. Today, her online cooking school supports not just her family, but helps other single parents find their path to financial freedom. This is your moment. Right now, as these words sink in, you're standing at a crossroads. One path leads back to the familiar, the doubts, the fears, the endless seeking outside yourself. The other path leads to awakening, to remembering who you truly are. The choice is yours, but let me be clear. This moment won't last forever. Every day you spend disconnected from your true nature is a day of your life force being drained away. Every hour you spend doubting yourself is an hour you could have spent shining your light. The cost of staying asleep is too high. Your relationships suffer, your health suffers, your spirit suffers. But here's what's possible when you choose to awaken. Imagine waking up every morning feeling completely at peace with who you are. Imagine making decisions from a place of inner knowing rather than outer pressure. Imagine your relationships transforming because you're no longer seeking from others what you can give yourself. The time for waiting is over. The time for someday is over. Your soul has been patient long enough. It's been waiting for you to remember who you are, to claim your power, to live from your truth. The universe has conspired to bring you to this message today because you're ready. Feel your heart beating right now. That heartbeat is the same force that moves the stars, that grows the trees, that powers all of life. It's no accident that you're here, reading these words, feeling these truths awakening inside you. Your soul has been crying out for this awakening, and now it's time. You are not broken. You are not lost. You are not missing anything. You are simply remembering who you've always been, like a wave remembering it's the ocean, like a ray of light remembering it's the sun. You are remembering your true nature. Think of all the moments in your life that have led you here. Every challenge, every setback, every disappointment. They weren't punishments. They were preparation. They were sculpting you, refining you, preparing you for this moment of awakening. The world needs you to wake up. Not the you that society wants you to be, but the real you. The authentic, powerful, fully alive you that's been waiting to emerge. Your awakening isn't just about you. It's about all the lives you'll touch when you're living from your truth. As this message comes to a close, remember this. You're not starting a journey today. You're continuing one that began the moment you were born. Every breath you take is a reminder of your connection to life itself. Every heartbeat is a drum calling you home to yourself. Your power isn't in what you do, it's in who you are. Your purpose isn't something you need to find, it's something you need to remember. Your path isn't something you need to create, it's something you need to allow to unfold. The time is now, the person is you, the power is within. Remember, this awakening isn't a destination, it's a return to who you've always been. Everything you've been searching for is already within you. Every answer you need is already in your heart. Every dream you hold is already seeking its way into reality through you. Your task isn't to become something new, it's to uncover what's always been true. Like a sculptor removing excess stone to reveal the masterpiece within, your journey is about removing what's not truly you to reveal your authentic self. The path ahead is clear. The time is now. Your soul is ready. All that's left is for you to say yes to your own awakening, yes to your own truth, yes to the magnificent being you truly are. Take this moment to breathe deeply and feel the truth of who you are. You are not your fears. You are not your doubts. You are not your past. You are pure potential, pure consciousness, pure love expressing itself as you. And now that you know this truth, nothing can ever be the same again. The journey of awakening has already begun. Trust it, follow it, live it. Your time is now.